Greetings, family. Welcome back to my channel. Now, it was recently revealed that Grandmaster Jay from the NFAC was actually a candidate in the previous election in the United States. Okay, our brother John Fitzgerald Johnson, aka Grandmaster Jay, was a candidate in the previous election. Alright, he ran as an independent. Alright, and this was startling to me because when I saw his campaign ads, he had a very different tone. He was actually calling for unity among the racial groups in America. He was calling for a reform, and he basically was a mild-mannered politician. Alright, so in this video, I want to ask the question, how did Grandmaster Jay transform from a mild-mannered politician to now acting like a modern-day Stokely Carmichael, acting like a modern-day Khalid Muhammad? Alright, it was revealed in a presentation by Tahaka Bey that Grandmaster Jay is also a DJ. Okay, family. And so, coming from a mix of politics and entertainment, our brother transformed into a formidable force in the Black consciousness movement. Alright? But I'm wary of organizations that pop up out of nowhere, that just materialize out of nowhere. You know, the same could be said when Black Lives Matter first occurred. You know, nobody really knew where this hashtag was coming from, but it just appeared one day. Maybe some of these movements are created by necessity. Alright, that remains to be seen. But most recently, at an event in Louisville, Kentucky, there was a protest for the death of Breonna Taylor, and basically the NFAC showed up in full support. Alright, but unfortunately, while they were testing out their weapons and making sure everything was in order, two of their members misfired. Right, so they misfired and actually hit two other members who were taken away by the paramedics. You know, so this kind of embarrassment will bolster many of the criticisms that have been leveled against this organization, because there are some white militias who are saying that these people are overweight, they are untrained, and that they are now actually shooting each other in the hip. Alright, so I just wanted to touch on that. I think ultimately the goal of this organization remains to be seen. They haven't partnered with groups like the Black Panthers, which have basically the same modus operandi. They have the same setup. So if they're really a part of the collective, that remains to be seen. But as far as I'm aware, nobody actually commissioned Grandmaster Jay to be the spokesperson for the Black community. I think he is just empowered by righteous indignation, and that is what is propelling him forward. But some of the things that he's saying, before I close this video, I watched a live stream in which he was calling for people to display their racial anger. You know, and I think these are some very untimely statements to make in the middle of like some racial angst. I don't think we need to stir up any tribalism. We don't need to be at loggerheads. Alright, I think we're trying to find solutions, and the only time I think we should be calling for this type of volatile situation is when you actually facing a clear and present threat, a clear and present danger. Then you can say, okay, perhaps we need to defend ourselves. But at this point, calling for militia against militia, that's only going to really fill the hospitals and the prisons. Okay, we need to be more conscious than that. Finally, let me know your thoughts in the comments below about all of these dynamics. One love.